you chat?
Always. Hello.
Yo.
So I went to Lollapalooza. And at risk of sounding 100, I have a lot to share.
Okay.
Did you know, like, a very popular outfit choice for, I would say, the 18 to 24-year-olds is...
Nothing?
No, it's basically nothing. It's shorts that show two-thirds of your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Completely out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a feminist, but there's a very specific...
Show that booty.
No, but there's a very specific person who should be doing this.
But also, like, when are you objectifying yourself?
When am I?
No, not you.
I was like,
yeah, when are you?
I'm like, not usually.
We don't get enough of that.
Not usually. I could, I guess.
Like, when is it too far? Where it's like, okay, you are naked.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you should be an adult. And like, there were girls that I think were like 16 with their entire asses out. I'm like, again, I sound old, but did your parents see you? There was one girl that I'm pretty sure she wasn't wearing bottoms.
Nothing at all?
Like, I couldn't see her from the front, so I can't say, but like...
Probably for the best.
It was full ass. And then like a...
G-string?
Tutu.
Oh, so that was her bottom.
Like, but it didn't cover a bottom. Like, it was a waist. It was a waist item.
Oh. It was a waist item. It was like a pool floaty.
Yes. It was a little lower than a pool floaty. A green tutu and a bodysuit. I'm assuming it was a G-string.
So it was a bodysuit. So it covered her front.
Yes. I'm assuming. I didn't catch the front view.
But back, no.
Full
Is that
ass.
legal?
I don't know. Yes.
Wow.
I was like, huh. And I was with my sister-in-law who's 20, and she was like, this has been happening for years. I was like, I feel like a nun. I was in just a summer dress.
What happens for people who don't have the right body for that?
There were some of them too.
And that's always something to see.
There were some of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something. It was a real eye-opening experience. And then something else.
Like, if you have the most fit body in the world, I don't want to see that. And if you're not the most fit person, I don't want to see that.
Well, that's where I'm like, you should be wearing that if you feel like,
at home. Why don't you wear your tutu at home?
This is lingerie. This is for home.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw so many asses. Like, I lost count. I couldn't have counted. Yeah. So that was number one. And then also something else I observed, which I don't know if I missed the boat on this, but it was like costumes. Like, girls were wearing like Pikachu ears. And like
you were at some sort of a convention?
Like face paint of like glitter and like gemstones. Like, it looked like when everyone used to go to raves when we were like in our 20s, like that rave culture, but I thought that kind of died.
Yeah.
No.
Were they wearing those candy necklaces?
Didn't see the candy necklaces.
Oh,
Those
okay,
didn't
well,
come
that's
back.
very raves.
But it was like, it wasn't even really rave. It was like I saw a girl with her face painted blue.
Was it her whole body? Because I
No.
saw that person on the news.
Just her face.
This one, like, pair of, I don't know, friends, a couple, boy, girl, are being interviewed, like, walking into Lala. And they have painted head to toe, arms, legs, face, all painted, not like Blue Man Group, like a light blue, cerulean blue.
Cerulean blue.
And dyed their hair blue. And the person was like, and what does the blue represent? Like, the reporter was like trying to get some crazy story.
Let's find out.
Yeah. What show are you seeing that you're and they were
Tonight
like,
at 10.
yeah. And they were like, if you're not going to dress in all blue for Lollapalooza, when will you? And he was like,
Hopefully
oh,
never.
so it's nothing. It's for nothing then. Good.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some normies. I saw a lot of normies, and it was like normies see normies. Like, we were like, oh, hey.
We're just here for the music.
We're here for the music. Nice to see you. But far and few between.
I feel like Lala, not for you specifically, but it is sort of a try-hardy event for the youths. Like, they don't always get tickets for the music. Like, it's not like going to, like, Country Thunder.
Yeah, or Stagecoach.
Yes. Like, you're not going to, unless you're in high school. Like, as an adult, you're going to Country Thunder because there's shows that you want to see. Like, in high school, no, you're a loser. But, like, Lala specifically is very for that younger crowd. It's like...
I was shocked, though, about how bad the outfits were. Like, I remember... I was never, like, a Lala goer, but I remember, like, you would see on Instagram, like, everyone's, like, alternative outfits, but they looked chic. You know, like, people were putting festival outfits together.
No, not anymore.
I didn't see any of those people. These were exclusively flea market outfits.
Flea market flip.
And it was a
Without
flop.
the flip.
It was a flop. It was a flea market flop.
The kids do love Goodwill, though. That's, like, the only place that they shop.
And it shows.
And it shows. Oh, you got that at Goodwill? Yeah.
There was a man, and I don't want to disparage these people. I hope they had a lovely time. There was a man wearing jorts, jean shorts.
Classic.
And then he had on jean leg warmers.
Leg warmers? It's 80.
Leg warmers. They were like supposed...
Leggings?
No. Leg warmers. They came from the bottom and just to the knee. So there was only about...
Oh, like jazzercise.
There were like 3 inches between where the legitimate jort and then the leg warmer began.
What an outfit.
So it was jean, a little bit of knee, not showing too much knee.
Mm-hmm.
Jean.
Mm-hmm.
On the top, he was wearing what I can assume was a craft project where he took the legs of 2 pairs of jeans. He cut the jeans at the crotch, stuck his arms in each of the pants, each of the legs.
Are you kidding?
No, and then safety pinned behind his neck.
Oh, he's like, who needs fashion school?
Behind his neck.
The
waistband.
Together?
The waistband.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a jean shawl where his arms were through the legs. And then just a t-shirt. And he looked hot because it was incredibly warm.
Temperature wise.
And he was, yes, thank you for the clarification. Mm-hmm. He looked like he was overheating because he was wearing exclusively denim.
Of course.
In the sun. And he kept having to pull his leg warmers up because with each step they would like move down. And I was like, are you enjoying these concerts?
No, he's not. Where did he see the idea for this?
I don't know.
Is this on TikTok?
I wish I had stopped him and conducted an interview, but I was like, I can't engage.
No, you turn into like Lollapalooza fashion.
Totally. I'm like, and where did you see this?
What was the inspo for your outfit?
I was like, oh my God. But it was so freeing going. I haven't been to a festival in a million years. It was so freeing. Just like going as a 33-year-old who doesn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I wore a sundress, but I wore biker shorts underneath just in case I had to sit in the grass.
People
and I did.
were like, look at her. She's 50. She's Amish. And she comes to these things.
So nice to see a nice Amish woman out enjoying Lollapalooza. You don't see that much.
You don't see that.
No, I literally felt Amish.
You're making eye contact with these normies, and the normies are looking at you like, she came out of her farming community.
No, it was a short dress.
She rode a wagon here.
It was a short dress. It could have, in other lives, it could have been slutty, but it wasn't. I wore it very tastefully.
They're looking around like, is there a Christian rock artist playing?
But I felt so at peace. Like I was
with what you wore.
I just wore like a summer dress. I wore biker shorts underneath. Best call ever because I sat in the grass a lot. I wore Nike Air Max. I bought a tote bag. Felt like I had an adult diaper bag. It was great. We threw all our water bottles in it.
Love it. Can you not bring a bag in?
You can't. But I actually did really like the merch bag that I got.
I just didn't know.
No, you can only bring in the clear. They took my Tylenol. They threw my marked. I thought if I brought in marked Tylenol, it would be fine.
Well, marked. Oh, like the pill.
Like
it says Tylenol.
And it was like in a Tylenol like sealed thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you can't bring anything in. And I wanted to be like, I actually know a lot of people who've done quite a bit of Molly here. So I don't think Tylenol is your issue. But
this is in case I have a headache. You should have put it like in your bra.
After I went in, Tyler and Haley were like, you should have done this. You should. I'm like, well, where were you? I was carrying a clear bag.
Yeah.
You saw it clear as day.
Monday morning quarterback.
So they took it, which was fine. They were probably like, yeah, you'll just go pay $9 a pill if you need it somewhere.
Do they even sell that?
Yeah, they have like a little pharmacy thing or like a first aid place.
In case the Molly doesn't hit, why don't you try some of this?
There was a Nablock. What is it?
Narcan.
No. I was thinking Narcan, but it wasn't. It was like Nabloxone or something. It's like the sniff stuff. It's like Narcan, but it's not an injection. Tent.
Oh.
Which I thought was wise. Sad when you think about the state of our youth, but
right.
Wise.
And were there lots of people going there?
Interestingly, the
like you need to have a friend take you there, because if you're in need of one of those, then you're probably not walking up to a tent.
That tent was like closed, like you couldn't see into the tent. So I don't know.
Oh.
Could have been 5 people in there, could have been none. But the concert was great. Saw Luke Combs. It was the first time a country artist headlined. I was very proud of my Luke. I loved him. He did a great job. Saw Alex Warren. Went to Gracie Abrams with my sister-in-law. Okay, so I have an icebreaker for you.
Yay.
I'm like 99% sure I know what you're going to pick. If you could have one of these 3 employees, what would you choose? Personal driver, personal chef, housekeeper, like / manager, basically someone who's like, it's not just like a cleaning lady that comes every 2 weeks or once a month. Like they're constantly straightening up and like keeping the house in order.
Personal chef.
Same. 100%.
Yeah.
Like I love driving, actually.
I keep my own house in order.
Everything's in order the way I like it. I also don't want someone else moving my shit around constantly. And I like driving. Kind of weird. I know people don't. I enjoy it. Like when people talk about self-driving cars, I'm like, I don't need more time with my thoughts. Like,
you're not interested in that?
No, like I like the activity of driving.
I also think that like you can pay to have like a cleaning person come in and do a really deep clean, like
totally
once a month, and that's not that expensive, versus a personal chef. Like that is something that's a cost that's not attainable for me at this juncture.
And you'd eat so clean and
well,
like fresh.
Yes.
Oh
agreed.
My God. Yeah.
Personal chef all day. That's what you thought I'd pick?
Yeah. And I saw someone on Instagram who posed this question. And can I tell you the most common answer was a driver.
What?
Do
they live in the city though?
I mean, I think she's an influencer, so I'm sure it's pulling from all over. I definitely don't want a driver in the city. Like if I lived in the city, I'd want it less.
Why? I don't want to park. That's
so
the
much
worst
is
part.
Walkable. Like
no, but I mean, you're going places there's no fucking parking. Just drive me and drop me off.
You know what? Just drop me off.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine a scenario where I'd prefer to have a driver.
It's crazy because in like LA, celebs and like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they all have drivers. Like none of them drive anywhere. And I think it might be because there's so much traffic.
But I see so many paparazzi pics of people with their cars. What are those?
Well, sometimes you drive. But if you go to like an event.
Yeah. I just don't understand the draw to drivers.
What would Tyler pick? Did you ask him?
I think he actually likes cooking.
So he'd have someone do the house
I
cleaning?
think he'd do like a house manager. Because he doesn't drive that much and he doesn't really mind driving. That was the only thing I was thinking about when I was picking a chef. I was like, he does enjoy cooking, but you can give the guy a night off.
Yeah, is this a chef every night?
I was originally going to say not on the weekends to you, but I decided to go every night. What would Mike pick?
I don't know what he would say. He would also probably say a chef just to make things easier. Like
Chefs sound great.
Yeah.
Aspirational.
Definitely something to think about.
Making me kind of hungry, actually. I'm going to first preface by, do you know who Ghislaine Maxwell is?
Yeah, she's like Jeffrey Epstein's like front hand man.
Mean gal. Alleged girlfriend, but like a lot of purveying of underage girls for him. Assistant life manager, like integral to his whole shady
personal
operation.
Chef.
Yeah. She has been in a maximum security prison in Florida.
Okay.
But there's no list.
For a long time.
No, for years, not like a long time. But it's interesting because now everyone's saying there's nothing to be worried about. There's no list, but Ghislaine is still in prison somehow.
Why is she in prison?
She was found guilty of conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse minors, and she was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2022.
Wow. So
she was being held in a maximum security prison. But recently, after she they haven't officially said this, but after she had a 2-day meeting with the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche in Tallahassee, she's been moved to a low security facility. It's called the Federal Prison Camp Bryan in Texas. It's actually where the Theranos girl is, Elizabeth Holmes.
Oh, like high profile crimes?
And our girl Jen Shaw. Actually, she's not my girl. A girl from Salt Lake City, Jen Shaw.
She's there.
She's there now.
Why was she moved?
Well, no one's officially saying, but people are speculating that she's been very cooperative with the Department of Justice because she had these 2-day meetings and her legal counsel encouraged her to have these meetings. And now it's almost like a reward. It's like a reward. She's been moved to a low max.
And is there a list?
There's definitely a list.
Okay.
Or Pam Bondi's a moron because she used to say she had the list.
Right. So
either you had the list, bitch, or you didn't. Can't have had the list and now there isn't a list. I think there's definitely a list. My issue is that people are like, Democrats don't want the list to come out either. If Bill Clinton is on the list, lock him up. I don't like care. Bill so much that I want predators to be free.
Right. And I heard that Trump said that if his name is on the list, it's because it was planted there.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's always, where there's a will, there's a way.
Was your birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein planted as well?
I mean, the two were pals.
They were friends. Sorry. So hopefully more to come. I'm hoping that she gave a deposition on DJT.
Will any of this ever come out with Trump being president?
Probably not. But at least she can now do yoga. Actually, I hate her, so I'm not sure why I said at least she can now do yoga. But
how come she's still alive? Oh, she's in an all-women's facility
She's
now.
in an all-women's facility, and her legal team is frequently working on pardons and appeals. So maybe she has more hope than Jeffy did.
Speaking of Donald Trump, big news this past week was that Trump reinstated the presidential fitness test. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. It's right up there with his tariffs.
He said it's a fixture of public schools for decades that gauged young people's health and athleticism. It was a test that had 1 mile runs, sit-ups, and stretching exercises.
I remember doing it.
You do?
Yeah.
Was it like the pacer?
I don't know what the pacer is, but we had to do this every year.
Why don't you know what the pacer is? Oh, you didn't go to public school.
I think it's called the presidential fitness test. Maybe like your school just gave it like a fun name.
No.
I think that's like what it was called. It was like a government initiative.
No, the pacer was something else.
Oh, I thought it was like another name for the presidential fitness test. Because even private schools had to do that.
It's a cardiovascular fitness test. And it was honestly horrible.
Was it part of the presidential?
No.
Oh. If it was federally mandated, we did it because I fucking hated it. The mile run was my killer. It's the
multi-stage fitness test, MSFT, also known as the pacer, where it beeped. Did you, with the beeps?
I don't remember the beeps.
Oh, you didn't have to take this.
I don't remember the beeps.
That's lucky.
We had to do the run and the pull-ups.
I don't remember pull-ups.
And the crunches. Which, like, leave me alone.
What do you care?
Like,
it says an executive order he signed Thursday also reinvigorates a national sports council that the president stocked with former and current athletes and other figures from the sports world. Several prominent athletes joined Trump and top administration officials, including allies such as friend and pro golfer Bryson DeChambeau.
Ugh, loser.
It's the latest athletics related push from Trump, an avid golfer who remains enthralled with the world of sports. And he said, quote, "I was always a person that loved playing sports. I was good at sports," Trump said. "When you really focused on sports, you thought about nothing else. To an extent, this is one of the reasons I like golf. You get away for a couple of hours."
I mean, it's an interesting initiative whilst there was a note that there have been granted the most vaccine exemptions for kindergartners in history. So honestly, I'm just hoping that people survive the measles
in order to take this test.
Mm-hmm.
It says in the test, children had to run and perform sit-ups, pull-ups, or push-ups and sit and reach tests. Mm-hmm. What's that?
Yep.
But the program changed in 2012. It evolved into the youth fitness program, which the government said moved away from recognizing athletic performance to providing a barometer on student health. So this is more about athletic. It's moving back to athletic performance rather than like endurance
and endurance,
overall health.
Honestly, of all the shit he's done, this is like so low on the totem pole.
It's such big news.
Such big news.
But I agree. It's interesting to have such a focus on health when
no one has to take vaccines anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can definitely do this fitness test as long as you don't need the iron lung, and then we're good to go.
How does that work? Because I had to go to the district office last week to enroll Jack in preschool.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to bring all that, like...
You apply for an exemption, but they're...
So when you get there and they're like, go, you have your meeting, they're going through all your forms, mind you, if you want to send your kid to a school in the suburb,
mm-hmm.
there is no getting around it. I had to bring so many things that prove that we live here.
Oh, well, that's not the worst thing.
Okay, but it's not just like, one thing. You have to go, and if your license doesn't say your current address, no.
That seems right. Why don't you have a current address license?
It's like, I live here. What do you mean?
No, but
your tax bill, your mortgage statement, your lease, if you have, it's multiple things. It's not one thing.
I'm not opposed to that. Am I bad? Am I Republican?
It's a lot of things. No, I don't know. The guy next to me who was checking in for his meeting, he didn't have all these things.
Idiot.
And he was like, well, I thought I just had to bring one form. And they were like, no, we need multiple. Like,
does it say this somewhere on a website?
It tells you after you register, it tells you in the email.
It sounds like going to get your real ID.
But you can't even register until you get an invitation email. Like, you have to go to the district office and be like, I'm planning to enroll my student in preschool. They send you all this info so that you can then set up a registration appointment. And at this appointment, long story short, you have to bring all your crap to show that you live here, and also your school forms, so they have to be seen by a pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, and we just want to make sure records are up to date, vaccinations, etc. And I was like wondering, like, luckily they are, but
so they're expanding, like, this push is like expanding the exemption. So you could always get an exemption for religious reasons, and you could always get one for medical exemptions. So
what is the I'm too religious, so I don't mind if I have polio.
Yes, essentially. There's some religions that don't allow them. It's like very niche religions that are mostly like Christian Science religions. But they're now there's basically like a whole category of it that's like, it's against your beliefs, your personal beliefs. Now, because I'm not interested in seeking out any sort of vaccine exemptions. I don't know what the process is, but they're making it easier than ever to receive an exemption that basically says, okay, no big deal. We understand it's not something you're comfortable with. On to kindergarten to infect everyone. And what people don't understand, which is what's so fucking annoying, and I'll get off my soapbox in a second, is like a lot of anti-vaxxers are like, what do you care if I don't get my kid vaccinated? You can get yours. Vaccines work on herd immunity. So the lower the population of kids who are getting vaccines are, the stronger and more resistant the strains of the illnesses can get and can overcome the immunity that the vaccine gives you. It's not like a shield that like, okay, I have a vaccine and you don't. I don't get sick, you do. It can like wear down the immunity.
Can I ask, what do those people do then when like they need medical treatment? Like they have an infection. Do they not take antibiotics, or it doesn't go that far?
No, it doesn't go that far. They think that the vaccine industry is corrupt and there's not enough regulation. I mean, some of those morons think it's linked to autism and other health concerns. It's just a lot of people on Reddit.
It's a lot of people on Reddit.
Yeah. What's so weird is that it's become a Republican issue where, if Democrats had been the ones to be anti-vax, Republicans would be like, granola ass
dippy
bitches.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm off my soapbox now, but
yeah, well, that was so crazy. Like, I was like, yeah, I do have these forms, but if you don't, then you come face to face. Like, people are kind of dodgy about it sometimes, but you have to be like, oh, I don't have that. Like, do you have an exemption form? And then it's like, they look at you, like you have 5 heads probably.
Oh, for sure.
I kind of felt bad because the dad next to me, I'm sure, like, divorced, or his wife sent him. And he turned to me and he was like, did you know that we had to bring multiple forms of whatever? And I was like,
you almost want to say no.
I know, because like I'm on the parent side, You
don't want to be like, yeah. Like,
and
nerd.
I was like, I did see that, but it was like in that really lengthy email, like at the bottom of like all the stuff. And he was like, oh, I didn't get to that. And I was like, yeah, I know.
My grandma was a kindergarten teacher for a long time, and she knew she had so many kids from schools, from places that weren't there.
Really? I think that's why, I mean, I don't know if that's how it is everywhere, but here specifically, it was like crazy town. I was like, I had a hard time mustering up
The right documentation.
because my mortgage statement doesn't say my married name.
I had this exact issue today.
Today
For my Real ID appointment.
Oh, are you going to talk about it or no?
Oh, no, I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, you're just saying.
I'm just saying I can commiserate.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying something new.
So there is apparently a form that you can fill out to have your name changed on your mortgage. I would love to have that form filled out. My husband can't help me with that, apparently. I've asked. He's like, yeah, I'll get it done. Hasn't been done.
The forms, there's so many forms.
So here's a reminder if you're listening, dear.
He's not. I'm just kidding.
So you're supposed to bring in your mortgage statement to prove that you live here. Mine says my old name. So I brought in my marriage license to show that like that was my old name. And then I have this name. And now this is my name on all my other documents.
Same girl.
And also, but I didn't need that because on your child's birth certificate, you have to put your maiden name.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
And so you also have to bring their birth certificate to show that like you are their parents and like you're not an aunt that's claiming residency for them.
Right.
More steps of whatever. And it showed my maiden name on that. And they were like, oh, it's on the birth certificate. If it's not updated on whatever. Like,
phew.
But like insane amount of paperwork.
So annoying.
They can't possibly do this in the city.
No, there's no way. I was shocked. So this morning I had a Real ID appointment. And I'd read through, I knew what I needed to get. I was like, okay, great. Tomorrow morning, I'll get up, I'll print all this stuff. I spent 6 months, you guys were all part of this journey with me, getting all of my shit in order with my married name.
Yep.
So passport, check. Social security card, check. The fourth section or the third section, you need 2 items that prove residency, that your address is accurate. I'm like, cool. I'm going to do a bank statement. And I'm going to do I'm going to do my pay stub. Print the pay stub. Perfect. Go into my bank statement. I don't even understand how this is possible. Everything for Chase is updated. Like when I log into the app, it has my married name. When I use my credit card, it's my married name. Everything says my married name. But when I click on statements, it has the original name that I made the account with.
Your maiden name.
So all of the statements, which is what you have to bring, a dated statement, say my old name.
That's weird.
I'm like, this is fucking annoying. So then I'm like, oh, it'll be on our house stuff. We bought our house a month before we got married.
Yep.
I never updated anything on the mortgage. So everything on the mortgage is my maiden name. Homeowner's insurance, maiden name. Everything that could prove residency other than the one piece I have, my pay stub.
Right.
Because you can't just bring them like, I got this thank you note. Like you need something from the government. So Tyler had like a medical bill because it said you could use that, but it wasn't technically a bill. So I was like, let's see, nervous. Then I noticed it said I could do a canceled check. So I went on the app and I had a canceled check. So I go into the DMV. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this works.
They don't even look at any of it?
They didn't even look at any of it.
Yeah, as it goes. But you know that if you didn't bring it, they'd be
I was like,
this, and this.
Looked at my passport, social security card. They're like, okay, great, get in that line.
And now you're done?
And I'm done.
Do you feel good?
2 weeks till it'll be here. I can travel. Interestingly, I used this passport on the cruise. I never signed it.
They didn't notice?
No one on the cruise noticed. But the DMV guy was like, you have to sign it. It's not valid till it's signed. I go, I've traveled internationally with this. He was like, meh. What can you do?
Well, what can you do? It's vague rules out on those waters.
You got back, as we saw with Amy Bradley. No one is in charge except the captain.
Did you finish that?
I did finish it. I did.
And?
Spoiler alerts ahead.
Yeah.
For anyone, if you have not finished the Amy Bradley doc, I'm going to give you my take. 100% she was sex trafficked.
Yeah. That photo of her?
Yeah, 100%.
Insane.
So sad, but I don't think she's alive now.
At the end, when the daughter calls her dad?
Yeah, but we didn't need... So they bring this daughter on whose dad was a suspect. I thought we were going to get some groundbreaking information. Like she was like, I saw Amy at our house. My dad has photos with Amy. She just Had a weird feeling.
But that suitcase that he had with all their cruise photos.
Yes, that was weird. But she still couldn't link him. I'm like, Amico, what are you doing here? You don't have anything for us.
All right, we shouldn't go into it too much because
Okay.
we didn't recap. But
Okay.
yeah, it was crazy, huh?
Really, really crazy. And a bit of sad news if you were a E fan growing up like I was, E News has been canceled. Not the online content, but the actual show on E.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that was still on.
Okay, well,
Did you?
I did know. I didn't watch it, so I'm part of the problem.
When was that on? Every night at 6 still?
I don't think it was. I know it was gone for a little, and then they brought it back. I don't know.
Who was the host?
No clue. So I'm
Oh.
definitely part of the problem, but it was nice knowing it was there for another generation of
Pop culture enthusiasts.
Yeah. It's their final date. Their final show is set for September 25th. And it's restructure. It's just a decision that was made as part of the corporate restructuring within NBC Universal, aka not a moneymaker.
I think maybe because no one knew that it was still on TV.
I think because people don't get their pop culture news from TV anymore. Like, it's
Correct.
your phone.
You got it on your phone.
But they are going to still keep creating content, I've heard. So, like, it's not...
Good.
Yeah.
We won't be without content from E! News.
It just... Well, they are the premier pop culture site. We can't take that from them.
They are?
Yes.
I don't think I've been on E! News in forever. Like, even when I'm looking for stories for this.
They're the first...
Do you go to E!
They're the pioneer. I don't.
Exactly.
But I know people do, and I just don't like change. It's like
I
between
kinda
this
think-
and Stephen Colbert.
I kind of think, though, like, they shot themselves in the foot because they originally had Daily Pop with Morgan Stewart.
which was so fucking good, and Nightly Pop.
and Justin Sylvester.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was, like, comedy
That was crazy when they canceled
and
that.
interesting. They also had, this is a major throwback, but Fashion Police.
Loved Fashion Police, but I think people are too PC for that now.
Okay, I know, but I'm just saying, like, the shit that was actually good,
Yeah. I haven't watched it since Nightly Pop and Daily Pop were canceled.
those were, like, interesting hot takes.
Yep. I used to record it. I miss it.
Because Morgan Stewart was, like,
So funny.
and could have been, like, the new face of E!
Mhm.
And I don't know, they dropped the ball.
Something happened there. She was like stunned by its canceling. They kind of let her drift away, which was such a loss and miss on their part.
And they had her because of Rich Kids of Beverly
Yeah.
Hills. Like, she had a contract with E!
Yeah, it was a great show. Great shows. That was really stupid, but it worked out for her because her life's so much better now.
I just feel like How the Mighty Have Fallen, like E! True Hollywood Story,
I
E!
used to
News
see
with
every
Juliana
E! True Hollywood
Rancic.
Story.
Like,
80% of my like pop culture history is from E! News and E! True Hollywood Story.
I mean, that was like the
Source.
and like, yeah, it's hard to keep up in the age of the internet because anything you want to know about anybody, you just look up. You don't have to wait for E! True
Good to
Hollywood
have like
Story.
the packages, like the footage.
Agreed.
Like I would watch. I should have been watching. I hurt them, and I'm sorry.
Who was the host again?
I don't.
You
know.
don't even know.
I have no clue, and I don't honestly want to look into it.
And so this is one of their quote fans. Doesn't
Well-
even know who the hosts were.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm nostalgic.
I also didn't like Jason Kennedy.
I know you have a weird thing with him, but I really like him.
He weirded me out.
He's close with Justin Bieber.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I just think that, like, really, when Juliana Rancic left, then it was Jason Kennedy.
But she was weird. Juliana got weird.
She was like who cares? She was the face of it.
She got so weird. Kat Sadler was who I liked originally, but she also has gotten weird.
Was she on it with Jason then? Was she the refill?
I think she was, yeah. She was from the Daily 10 or the something 10. Do you remember that show?
No.
It was a show that she hosted. It was like the top 10. It was basically like E! News, but not.
But like stories of the day. There aren't enough stories in the day to have a Daily 10, I gotta say. I guess when there's not like, tons of news flying at your phone every day. But
Yeah, it was called the Daily 10.
on what channel?
E!
It was on E?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Clearly you weren't a major fan as I was.
No, I was. I recorded it in high school when it was Juliana Rancic.
But
I didn't
then
think she was that weird then. You did?
she just was annoying. I don't know. Something about her bugged
I
me.
just remember when she said that she was retiring. I was like, oh,
And then she kind of fell off. Does she still live in Chicago?
she does.
No one ever sees her. Isn't that weird?
I remember when she got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah, that was sad.
We were in college and my best friend called me and was like, did you see, like, it sounded like she was going to cry. I was like, okay, We don't know her.
We don't know her. This parasocial relationship has gone too far. I did feel bad for her.
I actually just saw a story that was like is it Reels? It wasn't Reels. It was like an article about when your best friend calls you crying.
Okay.
Like people who make time for them and people who don't.
Oh, monsters. If your best friend calls you crying.
But the end of the article was that like you should be grateful that that you're someone's first call.
Like a comfort person.
Yes, that like you are someone's first call when they're crying.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, it doesn't count for like family or spouses. Like it only, because those are like a given. Like obviously your sibling or your mom or like someone you've chosen to spend your life with. But they were like, if this is someone like a really close coworker calls you crying about like a work problem, or like a best friend calls you crying something happened in their life. Like if you are someone's first call and they're crying and they're like, I need to talk to you
specifically,
you should feel like honored.
And someone's like, I have to make dinner. Like, what a monster.
But I was like, I feel like if you take a look around at your life and you don't have someone like that who will call you crying,
you're a bad person.
You're not a good friend.
You might be a bad person.
Do you agree?
No, I do. I think that I'm kidding about being a bad person. It just means you might be a little self-involved. That like someone doesn't think.
And by might be, you are.
I think you definitely are self-involved.
Like you're not invested in someone else's life enough.
Yeah. That's
for them to feel comfortable enough just out of the blue calling you with this problem and you not being like, wait, what's going on at your job? Like you should know what's going on at their job.
Yeah, like if they have to catch you up. Wow.
Right.
Really? Yeah. Agreed.
Like I probably have between you and I, we probably each have like 2 or 3 people like that.
Yeah. And I think it's important to have like, you need a person outside your like.
No. Not someone that you can call.
No, people who call us, but I'm saying like it's important to be that for people and for people to have that.
Yes.
Like it shouldn't be so insular. Like,
but if you're sitting here listening to this,
PSA,
and you cannot think of someone who would just call you crying, who is not like they have to call you because they're family or like your husband,
go out and find someone to cry to you.
Maybe you should like engage more with
humans, your
friends and close ones.
This is just something to help you.
Don't you agree?
No, I do.
Kind of made me sad when I think about like at the end of that article, I was like,
yeah, definitely. You should have people who want to call you for comfort and like be that comfort person.
And they linked like a couple like reels of people talking about it. Like it was like a trend apparently that I missed.
I didn't see that one either.
Maybe it didn't make it to TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. That's the problem. That's why I'm behind.
I don't think that applies to guys though. Do you? Guys don't call each other crying.
No.
Just girls.
Another thing they miss out on. I have not been on TikTok. I've been clean and sober from TikTok for like 3 months.
How do you feel?
More, actually. I feel good. I don't need to go back. No need.
Good. Do you want to do a dilemma?
Yeah.
So this is about like having kids at events. Okay, so this girl writes in and says that she was very clear when she got married a few years ago, no kids at her wedding. And she was like, time and time again, I've seen friends get swept up in the wedding planning and whatnot and forget to clarify that kids can't come, like they don't put it on the invitation, and then people bring kids and it didn't turn out well. And so I was very clear, like I put on my invitation, this is an adults only event. Which I feel like, why do you have to put that on there? Like, is your kid listed?
Name is not on the envelope. They're not invited, but
right. Like if your invitation says Johnna and Tyler Dempsey, you're not bringing Ruby and Fran.
Dogs aren't allowed either. Yeah.
It's just, they're not on here.
It's just weird to like bring people that weren't explicitly invited regardless of age.
Correct.
Plus ones, children.
So she says, I know every bride says it, but I really did mean it. No kids at my wedding. And at the time, I really thought it made sense. My soon-to-be husband and I didn't have kids. Neither did the majority of our friends. The idea of miscellaneous cousins bringing their screaming baby to our ceremony.
No good.
Not interesting to us, etc. And she goes, but I feel like I'm humble enough to admit when I'm wrong. So her sister is now getting married. And she has a 2-year-old. And she says, my life, my perspective on wedding etiquette, etc., has obviously changed. And I'm sort of horrified at myself looking back that I would say no kids. And her sister wants to have a no kids wedding. And she's like, she says that my daughter can be a flower girl. Of course she wants her there, but then like,
gotta go.
Not at the party. And I don't understand this at all. Like, I'm like, why would you not want your niece at the party?
Well, you should understand it. You had one.
She says, first of all, an addendum to your wedding invitation that says no kids is really putting a lot on your guest to have to find a sitter. And second of all, to tell a dear friend that her kids aren't welcome on your big day is kind of like saying you don't want them as part of your new life.
Wow.
So she's like, I've had a couple friends say that I'm welcome to bring my son to the wedding. And I have brought him, and he's been perfectly well behaved and even played with a couple of the other kids there. And it's been totally fine. My sister doesn't understand this. Am I the crazy one? My answer here is going to be short and sweet.
You're a no kids McGee.
Johnna.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's what you are.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to say what your name is, but let's call you Caitlin. Caitlin, you're crazy.
I think it's it depends on your culture. So that's what's interesting is that these are sisters. Like there are people, and I don't mean like culture like Italian. Like I mean like your own family and friend culture. Like there are groups of people who would never say no kids. It's so foreign to them. It's so crazy. Like why would kids not be allowed at these celebrations?
It's not a celebration. My wedding's not a party. If you call our wedding a party one more time,
you might not be invited. But it is a celebration at the end of the day. And then there's other groups that are like, we would never have kids here. Why would you ever have kids? What's so weird is that sisters have such like...
Well, because this one pivoted.
Right. She pivoted, but like you would think she wouldn't have pivoted. Like
she feels differently now that she has kids. She's
right.
like, she's seen the light, she says. And let me tell you, Caitlin, as someone who... I didn't have to explicitly say no kids at my wedding because we didn't have...
kids.
A ton of people who would have brought kids. I had kids in my ceremony, which I wanted. And then there were no kids at the party. Looking back now, I agree. I don't want to see a child at a wedding party.
I do not want to see like...
I don't even want to see them.
I went to weddings as a child and I loved it. Like I have memories of it.
It's a weird vibe when like adults are like drinking and partying and like have to make room on the dance floor for like kids like twirling each other around.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It just depends on the sort of party you're going to have. Like,
that's not the party we're looking for.
I loved going to weddings. Even if
you were that kid on the dance floor ruining it for everyone.
I was having the time of my life.
And they were like, oh, why? Why is she here?
No, they thought I was so cute.
No, they didn't.
They did.
They didn't.
They did.
Okay.
They did. But I digress. But if we had had like a traditional non-international wedding, I would have not wanted kids there. But I don't think there's anything wrong. Like I'm not like a staunch, like don't have kids at parties thing. What I am a staunch is whatever someone wants for their wedding is what they should have. So you're not crazy. Like if that's how you feel now, great. If you have a second wedding, have kids. A vow renewal, sure, have kids. But your sister, just the same way that you were entitled to have the wedding you wanted, is entitled to have the one she wants.
Well, it also just seems absolutely crazy to say that not wanting your kids to be at the wedding means that you don't want them to be a part of your new life.
A stretch. That's a stretch.
I mean, that's really, really out there. And I'm saying this to you as a friend. You need to get a grip.
And what 2-year-old can stay up that late?
Well, also, she's probably like, I want my sister to like have fun at this wedding.
Like, I don't know of a 2-year-old that's
have
like
a night out,
not screaming their head off at midnight. Because you've kept them out that late. So they're going to have to leave pretty early into the party anyway. So why are we making a big deal about it?
Now, I understand more so not being maybe offended if you don't want the kid in the ceremony. Because that's
kind
something.
of a weird take on that.
Okay.
It always seems like, as someone who is at a bajillion weddings, it actually seems like such a bitch for the parents.
No, it is a bitch for the parents, but it's so cute when they walked on the aisle.
It's so cute. But
like that wedding that we worked a couple weeks ago with the 2 little flower girls.
It's so cute.
I don't even know those kids. They were adorable.
It's a nightmare for the parents though.
Yeah, because they're like getting them prepped.
And then a nanny has to like come and meet them, and then you're like, how are we gonna get them back? And then the kids screaming because they've seen you and they don't know why they have to leave, and everyone they know is in this room. It's like, ugh.
But like for the long term, I think like for photos.
Yes, I think photos.
They like, you know, when that kid is like 20 and there's a photo of them as a flower girl in their aunt's wedding. That's so cute.
What I thought a couple of weeks ago now, I did a wedding that I thought they were super, super smart. They took all their family photos with the kids before nap time. Mom and dad put the kid to nap, left for the wedding. They weren't in the wedding.
Yeah.
But they're in all the photos. They look so cute. Great. The mom was like, I don't even think I'm going to get them down the aisle. Like, they're going to have a meltdown anyways.
Yeah.
They're going to be screaming their head off. They never even left the hotel. Like, the kids just went to bed with mom and dad, and then when they woke up, their nanny was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, my view on it, you think is, like, jaded by culture.
I don't know about that.
That, like, I'm more of, like, a why would you have kids at weddings?
Yeah, but I don't think it's jaded by culture. I just think that's who you are.
No, you're saying that like that's like
yeah. Like you've like that's how you've grown up. Yeah. And that's all of us. Like I always feel guilty when like
but like how cute was Hannah as a flower girl at my wedding, and she was practicing for months.
She was the right age.
And the right personality.
Like she's
a smart, dutiful, beautiful.
She was perfect for the role.
She was a little angel flower girl.
But she went down the aisle, no problem.
And she was supposed to go with Harry, who
did not enjoy it.
No, and he was sick that day.
Yeah.
They were supposed to go together, and he backed out last minute because he was 2 and was like, I don't feel well. And she was like, I'm going alone, babe. Like,
see you on the other side.
Yeah, see you there. And she did a great job.
I have a very distinct memory. I was a professional flower girl for a time in my life, 3 weddings, 1 year. Boom, boom, boom. And I always had to go with my cousin. And I remember being so pissed. Like at 4 years old, I have a distinct memory of being about to walk down the aisle, my cousin having a complete meltdown, them not being sure what to do, and my aunt took both of our hands and walked us down the aisle. And I remember thinking I look like a baby. Like I did not need my hand held. I couldn't even throw my pedals because
you were like, this is my 3rd one of these.
Yeah. Like I couldn't throw
one hand's in your hand and the other needs to throw pedals. So I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
And I just walked with the basket. Not a pedal was thrown.
Cody, hold my basket at least. Okay.
Like I was so irritated. And I remember this feeling at 4.
Again.
I was the right personality for it.
Yes. You were maybe a little Hannah.
I never see a little too much personality. But I think like.
But then you and your weird cousin took that attitude into the party and were doing weird things at the party.
I think he probably went to sleep and I danced.
And everyone was like, get off the dance floor.
No, people were elated to see me. You don't understand. Like that I am the way I am because I was celebrated as a child. Perhaps a little too much.
This bitch talks about having like a single mom. You know, it's like we sway from.
No, I did have a single mom.
No, you're
but
like
my grandparents and my aunts and uncles at that time.
On one side of the pendulum, it's like, well, I didn't have because I had a single mom. On the other, it's like celebrated by all who saw me.
I did have some mental issues. Some mental health
there were
issues.
Some emotional traumas.
There were some emotional
that.
traumas, but I was celebrated. Like everyone was like, oh, Johnna, so cute, 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 cute.
What are they going to say? That's what I say when I see a kid on the dance floor. I don't mean it.
Oh. Well,
I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. And then I'm like, why are they here?
But I do think if it's not
just kidding. If they are really cute. And if they're
now no one can trust
if they're
you.
younger. I don't think a 7-year-old is cute on the dance floor.
What? They can be cute.
Oh, okay.
But I just, you have to know the kid's personality. But I will say, back to the OJ question, you're not crazy. You just can't thrust what you want onto someone else's wedding. Sorry to say. I feel that way every time there's a wedding question. It's her day. You show up and you shut up.
That's, again, I don't even think it has anything to do with you having a child-free wedding first. Like, if you had kids at your wedding and she doesn't want kids at her wedding,
totally fine.
That just has to be the way it is. It's one day.
Yep.
And like, if you cannot find someone to watch your children for one night for your close person or sister's wedding,
there's a problem.
Yeah, again,
No, I agree.
You don't have someone who can do that.
That's why we all need a village.
But like, I'm sorry that you've changed your tune. I know there's probably a ton of people who are like, well, I didn't get this until I had kids. Like, let me tell you, I have a child.
I still feel the same. You're like, I still feel the same.
And I still feel the same. When you see a cute little cutie in the ceremony who's just like doing their job and then heading on home, it's great. When that cute little cutie is like running across the dance floor while someone's giving a speech,
I'm going to leave it here, though.
it's a no.
That's just a poorly behaved child, though.
Well, most children are. I'm sorry.
No, they don't need to do that way. Like if perfect example is when your sister-in-law got married and Tyler and I came just for like ceremony and cocktail hour and then took Jack home.
Yes.
We were prepared if at some point during the ceremony he started to scream his head off, we were leaving.
We're going to step out.
We were only going to stay. He did great, but we were only staying.
He actually loved it. He sat
loved
there and just watched away.
We were only going to stay until he melted down. There are people whose child will start to melt down and they just sit there.
And they just stay and stay.
Like if your kid is running through a speech, you need to physically pick them up.
Those are the people
out.
who think that their kid is so cute, though. It's
Right.
like, oh, look, they're running across. And then they're like running back and forth. And like, you know, then they come and they're holding them. Like, it's like, sit the fuck down with your kid. Take them outside.
This is not cute. Like
This is not their birthday party.
That's not a kid being at an event issue. Like it's the same way I feel about kids who misbehave in restaurants.
Ugh.
Like I totally get when a kid has a meltdown, they start crying. Like I'm not saying your kid needs to be mute, but if within a few moments things are not settling, someone needs to take the kid out.
Yes.
You can't just sit there and like ignore.
Like, unless you're on an airplane.
Or airplanes are the only exception. Like where are you going?
If you are trapped in this little
tube,
tin cube,
yep,
then we just have to make do. There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing we can do.
But
and
if
waiting
you,
rooms, that's the other place.
Sure.
There was a kid screaming at the DMV today. I'm like, she can't walk out because her number's going to get called.
Right.
And this bitch is going to have to start this whole thing
like,
over.
if you are tied to this place.
Yeah. Like, she couldn't go anywhere. And I was like, I just like didn't look at her because I didn't want her to feel awkward.
Right.
He was like melting down. I was like, oh.
And like, yes, of course, been there.
Like, what can you do? You're waiting for your number to get called on the screen.
And sometimes kids, like I was with Jack at the library last week. I told him he could only take 2 books home. He wanted to take a third. And when
he, all this time,
of course, like, we'll be back, not to worry.
And if you said 3, it'd be 4.
Yeah, it's
like,
never enough. And when I told him no, we had to put that one back, he was like, no, screamed, and then not chucked the book, but like threw it on the floor. And I grabbed his arm and ripped him out of there, and we took no books home, and he cried on the way out.
And that's life.
And that's just like, I'm sorry that he's crying on the way out and disturbing these library patrons. But like, number one, we don't throw books. What are you, a sadist?
Books are sacred.
Number 2, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me that way.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. When I hear people just like watching their kids scream, I'm like, kids scream, but you don't have to sit there and stare. Like you can pull them out of the situation.
Of course. So anyway.
Come to us for more parenting tips.
Long story short, Christy. What did I say her name was?
Caitlin.
Long story short, Caitlin.
Kate. Can we call you Kate?
You have to suck it up. I'm sorry.
Kids can't come.
Find a sitter because...
Enjoy your night. Have a couple drinks.
Yeah, you probably think your kid is so cute and everyone will love seeing your kid. And that's probably just what you think.
That's a you thing.
That's a you thing. Everyone...
But they probably are cute.
They probably are so cute and everyone will think that they're really cute at the ceremony. And then people will say goodbye.
Sweet dreams.
Adults want to go out and have a good time. Like, you don't want to see a 2-year-old at a bar.
No, but
you're there to like swear and take shots.
That's why people go to bars, to swear.
I just mean like
you hit the nail on the head.
When you see a 2-year-old next to you, you're not going to be like, fuck that.
Or maybe you are.
Or maybe you are, and then have at it.
All right. I'll call you later.
Call you later. Love you.